Oh, you already saw the title. You saw the title and you came in here because you wanted to tear me to shreds. Because how dare I say that this movie is better than Infinity War? Because it is. When I sat down and I watched Avengers Infinity War for the first time, it was a culmination of 10 years. 10 years of good and bad. 10 years of highs, like the first Iron Man, like Captain America the Winter Soldier, like Thor Ragnarok, like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and lows, like Captain Marvel, Thor the Dark World, and the very first Ant-Man. First Ant-Man is good, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. Um, that felt fantastic. If I could wipe my mind and go back in time and watch Infinity War all over again, I absolutely would. I absolutely would, and I would have an absolute fucking blast because that movie, to me, was perfect. This movie is stellar. And what I mean by that is you're taking all of these different spider characters. You're taking all of these different spider characters from across the entire, not even across the entirety of comic books, but you're pulling them from every single type of media, from animated TV shows, from live action movies, from old school TV shows, from manga, from anime, from the movies, from obscure games to big games. All of them are brought in and all of them are incorporated beautifully. As a Spider-Man fan, sitting down and watching all of these different spider people interact with each other, be aware of each other, and basically live and breathe in this world that involves them all is fantastic. You get 2 minutes with this character, you love them. 5 minutes with this character, you love them. 10 minutes with this character, you love them. A short 5 to 30-second cameo, walk in, hello, walk out, you fall in love with them. Everyone in this movie is beautifully incorporated. As beautiful as when Infinity War brought all the disparate parts of the MCU together and gave it to us. This is the closest I believe, at least until Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, this is the closest I believe we as fans, we as comic book fans, we as the MCU fans, we as just general geeks will ever get to a comic book coming to life. The pages coming to life. And I'm not talking about, because we've had that before. You've had that in TV shows. No. I'm talking about when you open up a crisp comic book and your imagination runs wild and it brings those pages for you to life when you were 6, when you were 8, when you were 10, when you were 12. That is what watching this movie feels like. It incorporates all of the most beautiful art involving Spider-Man that we've encountered, and it blends it all together. The worlds in which these characters inhabit react to how the characters feel. Like when Miles is going through something emotional that's affecting him to his core, his world becomes more rugged. It becomes more gritty in its art style. There's more rain. The terrain and the skies and the colors become a lot more darker. But when he's happy and he's web slinging and he's having a blast, it's bright. There's music. There's all of this different type of sound and this color. When you go to, let's say, Gwen's universe, which I think is the most beautiful incorporation of the art that they use for this film. It's I almost called it J.J. Abrams' lens flare, because her universe, if you remember from the first Across the Spider-Verse, it has like those light beams just coming off of everything. But the way in which it incorporates into this new movie, it's when she's basically web slinging as Spider-Woman, when she's doing her own thing, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's crystalline, it's almost damn near too clean. But then when she's going through her emotional struggles where she can't really find her center, that crystalline goes away and everything becomes opaque, and it's raining and it's dripping down because she can't control her emotions, because she's hyperventilating over a situation that she's basically coming into, and the colors are basically draining away from the background. Fantastic. That's beauty. Absolute beauty. Once again, we are in a situation where art and music have come together, and it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I loved every single minute of this movie. There really isn't a lot that I can talk about because I don't want to go into spoiler territory. We're going to drop a spoiler review either tomorrow or on Saturday. Well, yeah, we'll definitely be doing a spoiler talk either tomorrow or Saturday. But this movie is fantastic. There is a reason why it's sitting at like 97-95% on Rotten Tomatoes, because this is what I will now point to when people talk about how superhero movies are bland and they don't innovate in any way, shape, or form. Because that is what this movie does. This movie takes the superhero genre. It takes our understanding of Spider-Man. It gives us something new. It gives us a new perspective on how to look at Spider-Man and what it means to be Spider-Man and what it means to be a hero, and the amount of just turmoil that the character of Spider-Man goes through in order to protect the people around him. Absolutely fucking fantastic. I loved it. I loved every single second of this movie. When this movie ended, the way in which it ended, I wanted more. I wanted more right then and there. I think me and everyone in the audience, I feel like we were all holding our breath during that final scene. And then when the movie ends, we blinked and realized the movie was over. And then we all collectively instantaneously got mad because we had to wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse that drops next year. But oh my god, this is a fantastic movie. I would suggest that you definitely go and see this movie. You will have a blast. This is a fantastic movie. This is a great movie. If you are a Spider-Man fan, you are going to love and enjoy this movie. Let me know what you thought if you saw this movie, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.